Hey guys, what's going on? In this video today, we're going to go over on how to keep up and maybe even get ahead in Marvel Strike Force. And basically, I'm going to be focusing on kind of prioritizing your gold spending and, managing how well you do that with your efficiency in that. We'll go over training mats a little bit, but I think training mats have gotten a little bit better. I know some people are still, are at a deficit, but I think most people it's probably tends to be gold. So basically that's what I'm going to be focusing on, and basically trying to help guide you and figure out how long should it take you to level up a character, where should you take a certain character up to, and basically kind of things like that to help you sort of optimize your roster, but also maybe get ahead and leave some characters behind that should stay behind and stuff. So obviously this is a hero collector game, and in an ideal world you would have maxed out characters. Even like the ones that are bad, you would just still like to have them, especially because we have Blitz game mode, which utilizes all characters in Marvel Strike Force with multiple teams and stuff. So obviously that's an ideal world, but even like whales don't even have that. So basically what we're going to go over is essentially how to, whenever a new character comes out, make sure you're leveling them properly and getting them leveled up in a decent amount of time that makes them usable and all sorts of stuff. So typically when it comes to certain characters, I have certain rules and stuff. So basically I've done videos about this before, like where to level every character in Marvel Strike Force, those type of videos. But essentially I think your Dark Dimensions and Arena characters should be top priority, and they should be maxed out because, Arena you want to do the best you can, and Dark Dimensions, when I say max out, I'm not including ISO, but Dark Dimensions, they have to be gear 15 to get into DD4, and then you want your Arena to follow shortly thereafter. Next up you have your Doom Raid characters, so that one is more ISO focused, and then finally you have War and then Blitz. So basically I think your Arena characters and your Dark Dimensions you're going to have at gear 15. Your Raid characters should probably get up to gear 15 at some point, but I think they're all right at gear 14. It may take 2 tries to get through a Doom node or something. And then your War characters, I typically like to do what I've done with Yelena here. Normally I'm not telling you guys to do this. I really don't think it's that great of an idea to, but I like to take War characters up to level 80. This is something that I like to do, but I've been playing for 1200 days. I like to take them up to level 80 and then gear 12 and a half them. And when I say gear 12 and a half, that means I only put the purple gear on them, such as like I've done now. What I would recommend if you are not 1200 days in, or even 1100, or just want to know where is a good stopping point for your War characters, specifically on like some teams, there are characters that you will use in Dark Dimensions or in Arena. Infinity Watch right now is running Arena, so that's kind of a bad example, or Doom Raids. And so what I typically find is that whenever a new like War team comes out or something, one of those characters is outstanding and is used in another game mode. So basically this one character will either be gear 14, gear 15, and then they'll be surrounded by a bunch of gear 12 and a halves. And so that's what I recommend. So when it comes to leveling these characters, a good stopping point for them is whatever the T4 is required for them. So like this T4 right here requires, I believe, level 70 to equip it. So if you only need the special basic and passive for her, then I think the special stops at level 68, so I would tell you to stop at level 68 for War characters like that. But basically, if they're not a War character and they're just a Blitz character, that's something that's like way in your back burner, and you shouldn't focus on that at all. So that's kind of like a quick rundown of where I think you should level all the characters, but let's go over on how to keep up and catch up when a character comes out. And so basically right now in this game there's 174 characters. At global launch there was 62 characters, and so with 1220 days in, by the time you're watching this, that means a character comes out every 10.88 days. So essentially you want to level up a character between 10 to 11 days. And how you do that when it comes to gold is you need to, let's find a character that we can level up. You need to basically, what it takes to take a character from 1 to 80 is 7,777,510 gold. So essentially what you want to be doing is spending 777,510 gold per day. You can't hit that number right on the nose, so I will show you the number that is your 10-day number that it takes to level up. All right, so this is how much you need to be spending right here in leveling a character per day. Even if you're only taking a character up to level 65 or so, you still need to be hitting that number, because if you wanted to take that character to level 80, you would still need to do it within a 10-day time span. So this is the number that you should be doing. I know a lot of people like to save gold, and some people have been saving golds for the next milestone characters, similar to how Emma was released, where you need to spend gold to unlock them. And I think that's all right. I really don't like that, and I don't want to recommend that because I feel like your roster will drastically fall behind if you kind of stick with that. And you need to be buying gear and all that other stuff. But basically, what the math tells us in Marvel Strike Force is that you need to be spending this amount each day. And a lot of people, that's not doable, and that's completely understandable. For me, it is. As you can see, I have 8.57 million gold right here. Also, if you want to know what this number is purely based off of if you had no purple or orange level up tokens, it's going to be 5 green and 621 blue. And the math behind that is if you do your 50 power core refreshes and campaigns, and you participate in real-time arena and get the purple ones whenever you can, not including orbs that you may open, you will just barely make enough to be able to level this up every day. What I actually like to do, so like I said, a character comes out every 10.88 days. I'm telling you guys to level them up in 10 days. You can maybe go to 11 and be fine. I like to level them up in 9 days, and that takes about 864,000. And I'm able to pretty much keep up with that. But like I said, kind of end game, and I really don't spend on gold offers or anything along those lines. I basically spend whenever someone donates to me, which it's mostly for red stars or for battle or the strike passes. I haven't spent in a while. I was donated $100 on red stars, but that was kind of like the latest thing that I've spent on. But I also just want to go over and show how many gold orbs I have, and this is just because I'm in a really good alliance. And so I have 8.57 million gold, and I have 50 gold orbs. Kind of there and waiting. So especially with the gold kind of reboot that they've done, or the gold boost, it's really helped out and been beneficial with this. But like I said, you need to be spending that number every day, and it's really not reasonable, and we need more gold changes. I think basically end game players can keep up with what it requires to catch up to that. And it's quite ridiculous. So like I said, this is your number right here, 77825. That's what you need to be spending every day on leveling characters up, not even including equipping gear or T4s or anything along those lines. So if you can do that, you're keeping up in Marvel Strike Force. Now, if you can't do that, which I think is probably a mass chunk of the player base, what I would recommend secondly, and I think this is a lot more plausible than what was just suggested now, or what is kind of required to keep up, is what I definitely recommend is you hit milestone 10. And the reason why I say milestone 10, all these new milestones are great. I mean, they're not great, but it's great to get more rewards, I guess, from it. But what you get from milestone 10, if you get to milestone 10 every day, is 50 power cores, and 50 power cores will help you out greatly. Use them to refresh nodes and refresh energy and all that sort. So that's what you need to be spending. So yeah, like I said, hit milestone 10 at the minimum every day. When I am under it, if I spend 864,000, then I will just catch up to it. That doesn't happen a lot, but basically, yeah, that's what's required to keep up in this game. So I want to know if you guys can keep up in this game. I want to know if you can even hit milestone 10. It is definitely a problem that needs to be fixed. I don't face this problem, but I remember when I first kind of realized, it takes 10 days before a new character is released. When I realized that and was like, this is how much gold I need to be sending, it really put into perspective how much gold we don't get. But eventually, I feel comfortable now doing that every day. But I know a lot of people can't do it. And so the point that I wanted to make in this video is essentially that as you keep going on, your roster is going to grow. You're going to get into a better alliance. You'll be getting more gold orbs, and when you can finally start leveling characters up in a 10-day span or even a 9-day span, that is when you will really start to feel like you're doing really well. And you can feel like you're doing well anyways, even if you can't spend all that. But essentially, I just kind of wanted to make you guys aware of how much gold you need to be spending and how much more we need to get fixed in this game. Like I said, the new boost to gold has been beneficial. But basically, the best thing you can do is participate in Blitz, make sure you get all your milestones, participate in raids. Those are good gold orbs. Do your 50 power core refreshes. I don't even do them. I save them for events like Sharon Carter. That way I can get a 5-star character instead of a 4-star character. But yeah, that does it for this video. Again, the moral is a new character comes out every 10 days, so you want to be able to upgrade them. And if you kind of want to know the math behind it, it's basically just how many days have been going, what's the difference between the release characters and the characters that are out now. And then another simplified version is every month we get 3 characters. There's 30 days in a month, so that's about every 10 days. If that's where you want to know where I get my math from. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know if you're able to spend that amount. Again, I think the minimum that people should be spending is that milestone 10 in the what is that milestone called anyway? In the high roller. Like I said, I know a lot of people kind of save their gold for those other characters, but we haven't had any news about the next milestone character, so I'm not saying spend your gold like it's on fire, but I think you should definitely be trying to save a back catalog the best you can while also not hindering your roster by doing that. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. On this channel I do guides, I do orb openings, and I do streams, and I do all sorts of Marvel Strike Force stuff, so make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button, join the Discord, follow me on Twitch, and I hope you have a great day. Bye guys.